Hi everybody, George Chamberlin here with another update on what's going on with the economy and your personal finances out there. Thought I'd go through a couple of things that are happening. We're putting this together for you on Wednesday, the 22nd of October, and it's been an interesting week so far, and it's still a week of volatility. But for investors out there, you probably have noticed something different. I don't know if it's going to stick or not, but something different. We've had in the past few weeks, past month or month and a half, we've had a situation where the stock market has been extremely volatile. It will open down 300 or 400 points. Then all of a sudden it'll be up 300 or 400 points, then down again and up. Big swings, often as much as 1,000-point swings during the day. We've seen in every trading session this week, Monday, Tuesday, and so far on Wednesday, a real different change. For instance, Monday, we opened higher, and we kept going higher and higher and higher throughout the day, finished with a gain of more than 400 points. On Tuesday, just the opposite. We opened a little bit lower, then went lower throughout the day, finished down a couple of hundred points. Now, I'd much rather have it go up than down, but what I'm trying to point out is that, and we've seen it happen so far on Wednesday, and again to the downside, is that we don't have the big swings. We don't have the volatility where we go from negative to positive and back and forth. So that's encouraging that the markets aren't as frantic as they were a while ago. We'll wait and see if this kind of gets us back on stable footing, get through this month of October and see where we go from there. Still getting a lot of questions about people's 401ks, and that's a legitimate big concern. They're getting their statements, they're opening them up, and they're seeing some bad things. Try to avoid the temptation to panic in here. I get a lot of questions from people who say, hey, Chamberlin, I've just given up on this stuff. My 401k has dropped so much in value. I'm just going to redeem the whole thing, take the money out, and go somewhere. That can be an expensive mistake. Number one, all the money that's in there is tax-deferred money. Same thing with your 403k or other type of employer-sponsored retirement account. All that money is tax-deferred, so when you take it out, you're going to get hit with a big tax bill. And number two, if you're under the age of 59 and a half and you do that, you're going to get hit with a 10% penalty. So as much as half of the money you have in there, what's left in there now, if you take it out, will be gone to taxes and penalties. Don't do that if you can avoid it. The other thing I get asked a lot about, credit counseling, what to do deep in credit card debt. There are some great organizations out there. Springboard, Consumer Credit Counseling Services. These are companies that will charge you a small little fee, maybe $25 to $50 to set up a program with them. They then work with your credit companies, the credit card companies, to come up with a plan to pay off your debt. You know, if you have credit card debt, most of you know this, if you have a substantial amount of credit card debt, you're probably paying a very high interest rate. It's going to take you forever to pay that off. Even if you make the minimum payments, you're probably still going a little bit further into debt each and every month. What they'll do is take your amounts, take a look at what you owe, work with the credit companies, and come up with a plan. I know someone who did this recently was about, I'm guessing, $8,000 to $10,000 in credit card debt. Was paying out maybe $1,000 to $1,200 a month. They put together a plan for her that would make her, she would make one payment to the counseling service. They would then make the payments to the credit card companies of about $750 to $800, so she saved on cash flow right there, and the program will have her credit card bills all paid off in 4 years. That's really a wonderful program. 4 years go by quick, and you'll look back and say, wow, I'm out of debt. Can't believe it happened. Another thing for homeowners real quick that are really getting frustrated out there. We're seeing some turns in the real estate market. I'll talk about this on another one of our updates, but we're starting to see some positive signs about the real estate market in here. But if you're having trouble, if it's looking like you're not going to be able to make your payments, I want you to go to the website for the Department of Housing and Urban Development. It's HUD, HUD.gov. They have a new program that just started this month called Hope for Homeowners. And it's a great program. I'm not going to go through it here. You'll get all the information you need right there on the website. If you're struggling, if you think you're going to lose your home, but you want to stay there, you really have been making a concerted effort to get those payments made, and your credit history is pretty good, they're going to help you out. And they're going to help you out in a lot of ways. So go to the HUD website, HUD.gov. Again, the program is called Hope for Homeownership. It's a great program. It could help you out a lot. So gave you a lot of information there. Hang in there. We're going to get through this stuff, and we'll talk again with you next week about what's going on.